Welcome, basketball fans. Today, we're diving into the story of a player whose brilliance shines through resilience, passion, and purpose. A player whose journey reflects what it means to fight for your dream, to stay grounded when the world gets loud, and to rise again and again through every challenge the game has to offer. This is Jewell Loyd, a name that echoes through women's basketball not just for her skill, but for her relentless spirit. A player whose path has been defined by courage, composure, and an unshakable belief in what she was born to do. From her earliest days in Lincolnwood, Illinois, Jewell Loyd was never just another kid with a basketball. She was driven by a spark that went beyond talent, a hunger to be great, not for attention, but for mastery. Her mother, nicknaming her Gold Mamba, saw that drive early, a nod to her idol Kobe Bryant and the mindset he embodied. And like Kobe, Jewell took the idea of relentless work and made it her personal creed. From those early mornings in empty gyms to late-night shooting sessions when the lights were low, she was building something special, not just a skill set, but a mentality. At Niles West High School, Jewell became a phenomenon. Her ability to take over games was matched by her intelligence and poise. She wasn't just scoring, she was studying. Every movement had intention. Every possession was an opportunity to learn. She quickly became one of the most decorated high school players in the nation, capturing All-American honors and national attention. But for those who knew her, it wasn't the accolades that stood out. It was her work ethic. She was the first one in the gym and the last one to leave. Every practice was personal. Every shot was preparation for the moments she dreamed of. When it came time to take her talents to college, Jewell chose Notre Dame, a decision that would shape her into the player and leader she would become. Under legendary coach Muffet McGraw, Loyd blossomed into one of the most dynamic guards in women's college basketball. From the moment she stepped on the floor for the Fighting Irish, you could feel her presence. Her handle was smooth, her footwork graceful, her shooting effortless, but it was her competitive fire that separated her from the rest. Jewell played with purpose, every game a reflection of her devotion to the craft. At Notre Dame, she was more than a scorer, she was a cornerstone. She led with quiet intensity, the kind that doesn't need to shout to be felt. Her teammates leaned on her energy, her calm under pressure, her consistency in chaos. By the time her collegiate career was over, she had built a resume that spoke volumes. ACC Player of the Year, consensus All-American, and one of the top players in the nation. But as great as her college career was, Jewell knew she was just getting started. The leap to the WNBA is never easy. The speed, the strength, the physicality, it's another world entirely. But when the Seattle Storm selected her with the #1 overall pick in the 2015 WNBA draft, Loyd didn't just step into that world, she took command of it. Right from her rookie season, she showed the league who she was: fearless, efficient, and fiercely competitive. Her ability to score from anywhere on the court, the pull-up jumper, the step-back three, the fearless drive, made her one of the most dangerous guards in the league. She played like she had nothing to lose, but everything to prove. And she did prove it. Over the years, Jewell Loyd evolved into one of the most complete players in professional basketball. Her partnership with Sue Bird and Breanna Stewart helped lead the Seattle Storm to multiple championships, forming one of the most dynamic trios in WNBA history. But what makes Jewell's story so compelling is that even surrounded by greatness, she never stopped growing. She never coasted. She was always refining her game, always finding new ways to elevate herself and her team. She became known as a closer, the kind of player who thrives in pressure. When the clock winds down and the game is on the line, Jewell doesn't shy away. She wants the ball. Her mindset is clear. She's prepared for that moment. Every shot she takes in practice, every repetition, every film session, it all leads to that point. That's what separates her from so many others. She doesn't fear the moment. She lives for it. But beyond the highlight reels and championship rings, what makes Jewell Loyd truly special is her authenticity. She carries herself with humility and gratitude, never losing sight of where she came from. She's open about her journey, the sacrifices, the setbacks, the battles with doubt that every athlete faces. She's shown that strength isn't just about dominance. It's about vulnerability, perseverance, and staying grounded even when the world celebrates you. Jewell's connection with Kobe Bryant remains one of the most emotional threads of her story. Kobe was more than an idol to her. He was a mentor. He saw in Jewell what he valued most: obsession with improvement, a fierce love for the game, and a quiet, burning will to win. His passing was a heartbreak that shook her deeply, but instead of breaking her, it reignited her purpose. Every time she steps on the floor, she carries that Mamba mentality with her, a promise to honor his legacy by continuing to push herself beyond her limits. And that's exactly what she's done. Jewell Loyd has become a leader not just for her team, but for the next generation of players who see in her a reflection of what's possible. She's taken young players under her wing, shared her wisdom, and used her platform to advocate for women's sports, equality, and empowerment. Her voice is strong, but it's her actions that speak the loudest. When the Storm faced transitions, Sue Bird's retirement, roster changes, rebuilding seasons, Jewell didn't falter. Instead, she rose. She became the anchor, the voice, the steady heartbeat of a franchise in flux. Her scoring reached new heights. Her leadership grew deeper, and her commitment never wavered. She wasn't just playing to win games. She was building a culture of accountability, effort, and pride. What makes her story so inspiring is that she's still evolving. Even after years in the league, Jewell Loyd continues to find new levels. Every season, she adds something to her game. Her efficiency improves. Her decision-making sharpens. Her ability to control tempo and elevate those around her becomes even more refined. That's the mark of a true professional, someone who's never satisfied, never stagnant, never content with yesterday's success. Off the court, Jewell represents everything great about the sport. She's thoughtful, composed, and generous with her time. She's passionate about giving back to her community, mentoring young athletes, and using her voice for positive change. Her story isn't just about basketball. It's about using the game as a bridge to inspire others to believe in themselves, to stay disciplined, and to never let circumstances define them. Jewell's journey teaches us that greatness isn't just about talent. It's about consistency, character, and courage. It's about showing up even when it's hard, even when no one's watching. It's about doing the work, day in and day out, because you love it, because it's who you are. For Jewell Loyd, basketball isn't just a profession. It's an expression of who she's always been: driven, focused, and fiercely dedicated to being the best version of herself. As her career continues, fans can feel that she's not done writing her legacy. Every season adds another chapter to a story already filled with resilience and triumph. She's already a champion, an all-star, an Olympian, and one of the greatest guards in the WNBA. But ask anyone who knows her, and they'll tell you, she's still climbing. She's still hungry. There's still more to come. In a league filled with stars, Jewell Loyd shines because she embodies the essence of what basketball should be: pure, passionate, and purposeful. She's proof that greatness doesn't need to scream. It just needs to show up, every day, ready to work. Her legacy will be more than stats or records. It will be the inspiration she leaves behind for every young girl who picks up a ball and dares to dream. This is Jewell Loyd's story, the Gold Mamba, the champion, the student of the game, and the woman who turned her passion into purpose. She's not just one of the best to play. She's one of the most authentic, resilient, and inspiring athletes the game has ever known. Thank you for watching and joining us on this journey through the incredible career of Jewell Loyd. If her story inspired you, if it reminded you that focus, faith, and hard work are what separate the good from the great, then take a moment to like this video, share it with a basketball fan, and subscribe so you don't miss the next story of greatness. Because in every generation, there's a player who doesn't just play the game, they elevate it. And Jewell Loyd is one of them.